I'm a feminist, which means that I'm for women's interests and against sex-based oppression.
Do you also hate men?
I think one of the things, no, I'm engaged to one. I love him and I love men. I think that they need to be trained. But
he's a beta, you're saying?
one of the, no.
It's pretty much what you just said.
You said he needs to be trained.
Literally just called your man a beta.
She's engaged? Well, we know what type of man she has. A woman is a representation of the man she's with. Stop simping. She actually treats her boyfriend as an animal because humans don't need training. They are educated. I seriously doubt this woman has any.
Are you okay being the breadwinner in a relationship?
I'm not the breadwinner in the relationship. You mean any man I'm with?
Yeah.
I'm not the breadwinner in the relationship.
But would you be okay if you were?
I'm not. There's no man I know from you. He got a regular job. He work at a warehouse. He is the head of the household. He is the breadwinner. I will chip in as he see fit because he's the head. Now, this is the way I was raised. A lot of women not gonna agree with me.
No, they ain't gonna agree with that shit.
I'm cool if you don't. Even if I make more money, it doesn't make me the breadwinner.
Oh, okay. The breadwinner, you know, normally that person has the larger voice in the relationship.
He's a man. He's going to have, I am advice and concurrence.
Okay.
He is the head of the household. I may be strong-willed, I may make money, but I'm not the head of the household. I want to make his life better and easier, but I'm not the head of the household.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Think carefully before you put on the crown, and look carefully before you sit under another's crown. Sucks that women of these newer generations will never know this because every young woman born recently will grow up and learn the ways of the trash of social media and the internet. And judging by how horrible things have gotten with society, it will only get worse. So ladies, take notes.
Show me an alpha man that is in his true alpha, not in his wounded masculine, but his full-on masculine, and watch me become a sweet, soft little girl.
Right.
I need a man that is fully in his energy, masculine energy, and when a man gives that woman that feeling, that safety, that energy, that love, you can feel it. Then a woman deassembles her masculine energy and she falls into her feminine and she becomes a child with that man.
So many expectations all the time. No wonder so many people remain single. You need to deal with whatever problem you are having inside you instead of expecting a macho alpha to solve it for you.
Your man comes home and he's hungry. Would you wake up and make him a meal?
No. Hell no. He can be independent. Be independent. No, he makes me a meal. What the fuck?
I didn't hear your answer.
I mean, I'm happily married. I'd make him a meal.
You'd make it?
Thanks, man. No, take it back. I'll make the meal. I'll make the meal.
Oh, that woman spoke so loudly without even raising her voice. This is where a lot of women, they get it wrong nowadays because they think that they have to demand respect from a man and that if she does something that's just kind and nice and giving, that she is lowering herself in order to do that. But that couldn't be further from the truth because the bottom line is that good relationships that are long lasting, women will do this for their man and men will do this for their woman. It is all about reciprocal effort, and that can look like different things. Like maybe the man doesn't always make her food in reciprocation of her making him food, but maybe in reciprocation he always fills her gas tank, or he always unloads the dishwasher, or he always takes out the trash. It's all about balance without keeping tally.
And this is why she is happy and married. Notice she was also the best looking one. Once she declared she was happily married. The others suddenly made a quick mental comparison and realized she was the one who was the happiest amongst this group of friends. She looks happy and contented. The others seem to be looking for a way to avoid giving anything to their man.
Let me ask you a question. You mentioned that you have a lot of attractive guys who cannot get a date. Why would you say that is?
I think the feminism movement has completely beat down men. I think their confidence is absolutely destroyed in the dating world. Women feel like I feel like the feminism movement has kind of made women not just feel equal to men, but actually superior to men. And I feel like that's the way they treat a lot of men.
Do you feel like the feminism movement has convinced a lot of women to not appreciate men for what they
Yes.
bring to the table.
Masculinity is dead.
Because feminism causes women to become masculine and to embody the traits that they would otherwise look for in a partner. Would you say
and
that's accurate?
Yeah, and that's hard for a man to even be attracted to.
Right. Because
No man wants a masculine woman.
My confidence isn't destroyed. I just refuse to play these games with the modern American woman.
I think I have a strong personality. I just know that off the get-go, but I also really enjoy being feminine and girly and like being the girl in the relationship. And I think a lot of women like myself run into this issue where if a guy is weak, we could smell it on you from a mile away. And if you're gonna be a weak man, we will dominate you, not intentionally, but in just like, this man's not doing anything, he's not leading me, like I have to step up and wear the pants. And that is the worst dynamic for relationships. It just creates so many issues.
It creates a lot of resentment.
Yes. And I think submission is fun for girls in the sense of like, I don't love making a bajillion decisions all the time. I want to have somebody that I can trust to lead me with a decision that's going to be the most beneficial for me, for him, for my relationship with God and my future children and everything of the sort. And then I could just focus on like, what new recipe do I want to try? Or like, what new hobby do I want to take on? Things that are, I think girls care more about those things than guys at large.
Note she expects a dominant man to make decisions that are in her best interests. But when she is the dominating one, she makes decisions that are in her best interest, and resents him for not stepping up and doing so for her. All about her, not a shred of empathy for him.
She would rather be with a man that is less successful, less intelligent. Not that she'd rather be, but she'd be more submissive to a man who's less successful, less intelligent, might even be a bit shorter, but he doesn't fall for nonsense. He knows when she's trying to manipulate him. She can't trick him, she can't manipulate him. Of course we want someone richer and taller, but the baseline of that only matters if you're more intelligent than us. And we don't define intelligence by financial success. We define intelligence by, can I manipulate you, yes or no?
First off, an intelligent and successful man wouldn't waste his time with a nightmare-walking red flag of a childish girl you're describing.
Timmy, you want to know what a real man is? The definition of manhood to me, it's the one metric where I'm like, I know or I don't know. A man does what he says he's going to do. No ifs, ands, or buts. I don't want to hear it.
Man.
I don't want to hear it. If you are a man, you do what you say you're going to do.
I'm pretty sure that's a universal thing in keeping your word. Congratulations on figuring out how to be an adult.
How you know a relationship is truly over is not when you're fighting all the time. It's not even when you feel disconnected, and it's not even when you start wondering if you're compatible. Those are often signs of struggle, but not the end. A relationship is truly over when both partners stop trying. So here are some deeper signs to watch for. The desire to repair is gone. It's not the fights that end relationships. It's the lack of repair. That's when the foundation starts to crumble. It's the silence after the argument that signals the relationship is reaching its end. Another thing you'll notice is resentment outweighs respect. When resentment becomes the dominant emotion, you can no longer see your partner's good intentions, and everything they do feels like a personal attack. Healthy couples can still disagree or struggle, but they maintain a baseline of mutual respect. If the respect has completely eroded, it's really hard to come back from. The last thing I think about is when there's no emotional safety left. A relationship can't survive without emotional safety.
Relationships are mathematically doomed. It takes two to make them succeed, and only one to make them fail. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.